Hey y'all, it's me. It's your girl, the real deal, Lanita Skills Reaction. And why is I'm coming in here tonight? Because it's what? Late night vibe with the real deal. Yeah. Now I know somebody gotta be woke. Come on, real deal. We need to talk about this because as parents, some of you all are still parents at the school. So let's talk, y'all. Because as parents, it's gonna have to come to you all. It's gonna have to come to you all have to answer. So I would like to know the content is school resource officers. What should the officers have done in this situation? I'm gonna show y'all the situation, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay? But let me go and hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me put an S on resources. Resource officers. Officer. Let me put an S on officers. I need parents here because if you got kids, I need any parent that has kids in elementary, middle school, or high school. I need y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me send this link. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link, and the link is the only to talk about to discuss. Hold on, guys. Hold on. What are we gonna do, parents? What are we gonna do? Okay, let me get this link real quick. Hold on for a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this link. This lady wanna do it. She wanna come in. I'm gonna send her a message. I give y'all time to come in. Okay? Because we need the parents. If you got anybody some kids in them in elementary, high school, because we almost at the end of the school season year, y'all, and it's gonna be a lot of fights. Because you know how kids are. That's what they do. And I got a bad surprise to tell y'all that y'all didn't know. My kids never went to school at the last day. Only reason why they didn't because I didn't want them in fights. and I didn't want nobody that I didn't want nobody to, you know, I didn't want them to get in no altercation. Okay, it's three of them. I didn't want them to go to school fighting. So at the end of the school year, y'all, it's gonna be plenty of fights. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a lot of fights. I'm not making it up. Because you got children who not gonna be there anymore. You got some children who've been waiting to get this person. They already done passed the Georgia milestone test, and school is over. So the topic is about school resource officers. What do you want them to do? Well, let me take the other extra S out, y'all. Hold on. I don't know how I did that. So I need my parents. I need my parents. I need to hear what my parents want me to do. It's a situation where you call the school resource officer. They can't touch. Look, we need to talk, y'all. We got to talk. So I can tell y'all what's going on, okay? Because it's a lot of your parents. I got some friends. They got children in high school, and I just want to hear what the parent intake on. Because you want your child, you don't want nobody jumping on your child, right? Right? You don't want nobody jumping on, right? No, you don't. You don't want nobody jumping on your child. Okay. I tell you what, come to my channel. I'm trying to get a parent on here. I want to talk about this. We got how many more days? We have, hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me get my calendar. Hold on a minute. Hold on. We have on the calendar, kids get out of school at the 24th. That's on the Wednesday. Okay? The last day of school is on the Wednesday. So they got 8 more days of school. Yeah, let's go. Hi. Let me drop the link, baby. Hi, you know. Okay, here we go. Let me drop this link. Because this mom right here don't play about her. So I'm going to see. I'm going to drop the link, Miss Tanya. Miss Tanya. Okay, be professional with it. Hit the link right there, dear. Hit the link, boo. Hit the link, Tanya. Okay, y'all, here's the situation. The topic is school resource officer. Hit the link that I just put in the chat. School resource officers. Okay. What should the officers have done in this situation? I'm gonna show y'all the video. Once I get Miss Williams to hit the link so we can go ahead on and get started. Okay. It's with the kids have 8 more days in school. 8 more days. And what are we gonna do? What do you want to happen? Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show this video, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. I don't have our name. I'm gonna turn this down a little. Let me turn this down. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music down. Okay, this what happened. Here go the situation. I want to show the video first, okay? Let me see. Okay, here we go. Now this what happened, but I want y'all parents to tell me what do y'all want to happen in this situation.
High school students pepper sprayed on campus. It's all captured, of course, on cell phone video early this week after school in Henry County. Our Rebecca Schramm speaking with a concerned parent who says she believes the school resource officer overreacted.
The video from Dutchtown High School near Hampton is making its rounds on social media. The camera cuts away for a moment, but you can see what happens after a school resource officer pepper sprays 2 students.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there. I need y'all parents to step up and come to this chat and let's talk. Because this right here, you all gonna have to be the one to answer to this. I mean, the 2 students were pepper sprayed. Oh, hold on, Tony. Here you go. Hi, Miss Williams.
Hi. So I'm definitely ready for this particular topic, especially when dealing with pepper spray. You know, I'm an officer myself, so it's like I don't even want to pepper spray like inmates if they were to get out of line. It's a right and wrong
Wait, let me
way
see.
to
I can't
physically
hear you.
deal.
Wait, baby, I can't hear you. Could you speak a little louder?
It's a right and wrong way to physically deal with situations like this because I know firsthand how the pepper spray physically will drop you to your knees. When dealing with a child, they definitely should have approached it a little differently. These aren't grown adults that was causing harm or any damage. As an adult, it should have been a conversation with giving a warning as to, you know, hey, you guys need to stop or get in between the 2 kids. These are teenagers or
But
children.
wait. Now you know we're not allowed. They are not allowed to touch the students, right?
Right, but they could definitely get in the middle of the
No, they're
mix
not
because they
supposed
are an
to.
adult.
I wouldn't.
As a
Because see,
resource,
okay, but look, but these teenagers. Okay, look, this what happened. There have that. I would have did what you said the first time, give the warning.
right.
But you can't do that because you can get hurt like that. See,
Well, with
Go ahead.
with the line of work that I do, you know, we are trained to basically, you have to think rational. It's a difference when you're dealing with teenagers and adults. I didn't see a weapon in regards to anyone getting hurt. As a resource officer, they are given certain guidelines. They can't touch a student. I get it. But at the end of the day, pepper spray to
I
a
don't think
child
that
should be the
pepper spray
last
was a good
resort.
idea either.
And it's not. For me to even get pepper sprayed and tased as an adult, um, it was harmful to me and my body. It's like a mind thing. Like pepper spray, that CO spray is nothing to play with.
Yeah,
It can
I think they
reactivate.
should have. They warn them. You like you said. Cause look, let me put it back on there and see that they warned them. Okay, it didn't look like it. Well, I couldn't hear, but I don't think it was no warning sign. Let me put it back on there. I am pepper spray now. Come on now. And
Right.
then they
Pepper
say,
spray is definitely out the question because once that pepper spray reactivate, those kids got to go home and it can reactivate at any time. We're trained to get pepper spray just in case something should happen in regards to like inmate, prison, jail, stuff like that. But to do it that way, I wouldn't suggest it at
I
all.
wouldn't
Not
even.
on a
Let me.
child. Not on a
No,
child.
no,
I
no.
I don't
I
believe
don't
it.
think they should do it. Period. They wasn't doing it like that. That
Right.
It
kind of
says she
fight.
believes the school resource officer
Look. Oh wait.
overreacted.
Let me take it back from the beginning. I just can't believe I can't.
I wouldn't have pepper sprayed
For a high school
for
student
sure.
pepper sprayed on campus.
Look at
It's all
him.
captured, of course, on cell phone video early this week after school in Henry County. Our Rebecca Schramm
Where's
speaks
the
with
warning?
a parent who says she believes the school resource officer overreacted.
And they standing there
The
looking at the
video
kids.
from
Yeah, there was
Dutchtown
no
High School
verbal
in
warning.
Hampton is making its rounds on social media. The camera cuts away for a moment, but you can see what happens after a school resource officer pepper sprays two students.
I definitely don't agree with that at all. Where's the warning?
Those kids, one was trying to de-escalate the situation
There she go.
and break him up. So they turned around and the officer just pepper sprayed them.
A mother whose child was not involved in the incident contacted us after she shared her concerns with authorities.
An officer from Henry County Sheriff's told me that, there were some students that were squaring, they used the word squaring up with officers. Those children didn't square up.
She was not happy about what she heard
I
next.
didn't see them
We
sweat.
can't just
Now
shoot them
see,
and we can't just tase them. So all we can do is pepper spray them.
The resource
but they
officer
went
at no
back to.
time was in danger. They were not in danger in any
They sure
way. They were
wasn't.
already de-escalating the situation. That definitely should have never happened in regards to the pepper spray itself. I do feel that the resource officer they need to be dead. They need to not
They
be
do.
able to work with children because it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, especially, they know what it feels like to be pepper
Resource
sprayed, and
officer.
that's on period. So to do
I
it to a
just the
child,
look,
that
cause
shouldn't
the
have happened.
little fight that's right there. It could
I
have
mean,
been
it wasn't
stopped.
a big crowd. It wasn't, 20 or 50 people, and they were trying to make their way through a crowd.
That's different.
That's a different situation. But I didn't see any warning to the child or to the children. One officer had already de-escalated the situation. I just feel that it was just no reason
Cause I see
for
the
that resource
officer right
officer
there.
to spray. Yeah, it was no reason for him to walk up and just spray them. Absolutely not.
I don't think so either.
Mm-mm. Like I said, they give you certain tactics to take, even though, of course, like I stated, you can't touch the child. But at the end of the day, there are some de-escalation skills that are given. And sometimes, when dealing with officers, if you don't have empathy, a lot of things can go left because they're thinking rational, as if it's a threat to them. But those children were never a threat to any officer because there's another officer that's standing right there that didn't even feel threatened, that was right there in the view.
He the one sprayed it. This one right
Right.
here.
But that one right there, he did not need to walk up to
He
spray those
didn't.
kids if it was already de-escalated.
Well, she
They
was trying
dropped
to
those kids
stop
to
him.
their knees.
It don't look that bad, but I'm trying. Let me finish here with this
When
mom.
dealing with pepper spray, it's
Pepper
bad.
sprays two
It's
Look at
definitely
that.
bad.
That look like the person who. Wait a minute. It looked like that's they
It was
fighting.
already under control. The kids are on the ground screaming because they got pepper spray in their eyes.
But I'm trying to see the one who I thought was an officer must not be an officer.
Well, as the lady stated, that it was already
See
de-escalated
what
when the other
happens after a
officer walked
school
up.
resource officer pepper
There
sprays
it
two
goes. But she looked like an officer. Looked like he sprayed up there.
students.
They were already sprayed. You could hear the yelling. It was already done.
Why they not in
Those kids,
class?
one was trying to de-escalate the situation and break them up. So they turned around and the officer just pepper sprayed them.
A mother whose child was not involved in the
Oh, he's
incident
scary.
contacted us
I
after
definitely don't agree with that at all.
authorities.
He wrong
An
for
officer
that.
from Henry County Sheriff's told me
Yeah.
that there were some students that were squaring, they used the word squaring up with the officers. Those children didn't square up.
I
She
ain't
was
seen no
not happy
swear
about
up.
what she heard
Yeah.
next.
Oh, that's
I
another
definitely-
student over there
And we
trying to
can't
stop
tase
it.
them. So
I mean, once the pepper spray knocked them to their knees, I mean, that's a fighting
Seen in the
mechanism
video,
right there because that pepper spray nothing to
officers
play
should
with.
have used coding words on the students rather than using pepper spray
I'm
on
an
them.
adult
And
and
that
I
goes
had to
back to
go
what
through
you
it.
said. That's what you said. Use the words.
Yeah, they definitely should have reinforced something to say, "Hey, you guys stop," or "Don't do that," or try to even with resource officers, they can restrain if it was a physical contact fight. By law, they are able to do that. But in this situation, it was already broken up to where it was no reason for that pepper spray. Nobody was they weren't in any danger. They were just spread about. It wasn't 20 or 50 or more children that were standing there. It could have been handled differently.
It could
Um,
have. I
Dealing
think
with
so.
kids is something totally different. If it was an inmate or an adult out here in the streets doing something like that,
Yeah.
and they're not settling down when they see the badge or officer pull up, then that's a whole different situation because you can fear for your life because they could have weapons, they could have anything on them. But this is at a high school with teenagers, to where it should have been a different approach, and he could actually physically get deaths or charged in regards to that because that's what you call useful of force. And when you use a force, it's certain guidelines that we have to go by when you're using that type of force. Did you feel like you were in danger? Did a person, which was, whether it was a student or an adult, did you feel in harm's way to pull out a gun or to pull out pepper spray? Like you have to justify that use of force. And
Because
that is not justified.
I'm still, the other officer must have moved back. He's not doing nothing but standing up. She already down and he's still screaming.
Right.
I
And
don't
that should have
understand that.
that should have never happened.
And
They
see,
definitely have to write a report
They don't have
and
an
they
8
can't
more days
justify.
in school.
Yeah, they can't justify that. They can't justify that at all.
They gonna
Everything
get
we
worse.
do, we have to justify it. It has to make sense. Especially with guidelines here in Georgia, like they don't play around.
Well, when have the school resource officer used pepper spray?
Well, some resource officers, they have a gun and they also have pepper spray. That's a part of your
Oh
your
yeah,
tool
sure
belt.
is. They
Yeah,
with the
it's a part of it's a part of your belt. You have your handcuffs on one side, you have pepper spray on it, but that's only like if it's a riot or a deadly force of a fight to where you have to break up and get in between that you could physically get harmed. But this right here was just a few students on the grass. Um, there was no type of danger, so he definitely or she has to explain as to why that use of force was physically used. It's not justified just by watching the video. And if
But
those
see, and
students
then too, we can't hear what was said. 'Cause I
right,
don't even see the other officer. That's what I'm
right.
trying. I'm trying to find the other officer.
But I'm sure there's other videos. But I as I
Yeah, I'm
stated,
gonna see. Can I
I
play it? I'm gonna play this
I
and see.
don't see it being
A school
justifiable at
resource
all.
I
officer
don't need to.
pepper
Yeah, 'cause
sprays
he
two
went over there. He just pepper spray. He just
students.
and they just supposed to be in class.
those kids, one was trying to de-escalate the situation and break them up. So they turned around and the officer just pepper sprayed them.
A mother whose child was not involved in the incident contacted us after she shared her concerns with authorities.
An officer from Henry County Sheriff's told me that, there were some students that were squaring, they used the word squaring up with the officers. Those children didn't square up.
She was not happy about what she heard next.
They said we can't just shoot them and we can't tase them. So all we can do is pepper spray.
The concerned parent tells
That
us
ain't
from what
good.
she's seen in the video, she believes the officer should have used commanding words on the students rather than
That's
using
true.
pepper spray on them.
That's true.
Appropriate to pepper spray children.
A
They
spokesman
didn't give a warning.
sent us a
I'm just
statement that
surprised
reads
he
in part,
did
the
that.
video clip
There you
shared
go.
is following the conclusion of a larger altercation that prompted further action by the school resource
We
officer
need to see
due
that
to
larger video.
non-compliance with
Make it make
direct
sense.
orders.
Okay.
No, you sprayed the wrong person, bro. They need different protocols. Pepper spray.
They
is
need to
not
go to
an option.
class.
They were trying to tell them that you got the
See,
wrong
the girl,
person.
they don't spray. They sprayed the wrong girl.
Yeah, the girl was telling them you got the wrong person.
Oh Lord, he sprayed the girl who's supposed to stop the thing. Now
Mhm.
let me see. Can I wish I could find another side, but that's the only. Hold on for a minute. That's the only side I found. I mean, he sprayed the you. So he didn't know what he was doing when he walked up.
Yeah, brother and the officer, you just got to make it make sense. There was no empathy, no anything within that video. I would want to see the full video to make sense of it, because the way that it's looking, it was only a handful of students that were physically there. Where's the 20 or the 50 that's there for you to use of force like that?
Well, since I got you on the hey, big dog.
How are you?
There you go. He said the same thing you said. No warning sign. No warning signs at all. No, I'd never seen nothing like that.
Yeah, it's definitely not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen at all. No one had a knife. No one had a
That's
gun.
right.
It's against our guidelines before you take that oath as to what you can do and what you can't do. And it's a long list of like books that you have, not really books, but it's like classroom part, to where they say when using deadly force, X, Y, and Z has to take place before you can even physically tase someone or even pepper spray. Why wasn't the camera on? Because even as a resource officer, it's still cameras involved. So where's the actual video? Those are just clips in between.
Okay.
So it's a lot of question marks there, especially when you're looking at it from an officer's point of view. He just didn't care. No, as I stated, no empathy, no anything. Just didn't care.
God, I wish I had another one. Now they got the
Yeah,
police.
what I want to see is their body cams, because even as a resource officer, as I stated, they
Okay.
have to have a body cam.
Let me see.
That's what I would want to see.
Okay.
And then if they didn't have a body cam, there's another question mark as to why they didn't. Because even us, we have to have everything on camera to justify why we're making these moves. So,
Wow.
resource officer, a resource officer is still an officer. They still have to go through BCOT training per the department
Protocols.
Georgia. Georgia will send them to get certified. So anyone, even as a resource officer, a regular officer, CO, they all have to physically be trained to even be able to use CO spray or a taser or even a gun. Like, you have to be certified to do that. So these are not just regular people. These aren't just regular people that we're physically dealing with, not even resource officers. They're regular officers.
Oh, they doing it at all the school. They doing it at Met now. This was 4 hours ago. Let me check this
Yeah,
one out.
it's definitely not supposed to happen.
Oh my God.
We are staying on top of some breaking news
This
out of
4
DeKalb County,
hours
where
ago.
multiple students were pepper sprayed during a fight at McNair High School. 11 Alive's Karis Belcher joins us now live from the school. And Karis, you just spoke with a parent about what's going on there.
I did. I just spoke with a parent a little over an hour ago. He says his daughter was one of the students who was pepper sprayed. That same parent shared a video with us. Take a look at the screen grab we have. It shows several students fighting and an officer appearing to spray students. A student told me this happened during lunch period. He didn't know what started it, but he heard screaming, and he says then fists were flying. The school district wouldn't speak to me on camera, but sent a statement saying several students were involved in a physical altercation that resulted in the use of OC spray to regain control. EMS arrived. No serious injuries were reported. I did speak with a parent who did not want to appear on camera, but he
Wow.
did say he didn't think this was the way to handle that situation, and pepper spray should not have been used.
It's not okay because it's another way to break this situation up. They could have grabbed these people and broke them up instead of spraying this
Can't grab them.
with all the kids that a fight break out, kids gonna come and look. Them are innocent kids. So it was a complete different way. She a police officer, she was trained to handle this. She's a resource officer.
He does have a point.
Trained to deal
Police
with
officers
kids.
are trained for this type of thing.
What you say?
Police officers are trained for this type of thing, and
To
we
like
have
to
certain
remove.
protocols. But this right here, in regards to just pepper spraying kids, like innocent bystanders can stand by that didn't even have anything to do with it. Then it's a
Well,
whole nother situation. It's a way to do it. This was definitely wrong.
so you still saying that that officer should have put his hands on them?
Not put their hands on them, but
That's how he
again,
gonna stop him. He
the
got to
way
put,
that is trained, no. So you would have to understand the training in regards to
okay.
being an officer. It's certain guys, like if I take my hand and I can reach out to you and touch your shoulder or touch your chest, then you're too close. You're in my personal space. So
Okay.
the first warning is to get back. If you're that close to me and I can reach out, like give me my personal space, get back. That's first part of that particular protocol before you can just reach for the pepper spray. It's get back
Mhm.
at first. Now, if they have a weapon, a knife or gun or something like
That's
that,
different.
it ain't no get back. We are shooting. We're trained to shoot and kill.
Yeah.
One shot. So at the end of the day, it's different when dealing with adults versus dealing with children. We have de-escalation skills, well, we should have de-escalation skills to deal with children versus adults. So that's the two difference. I handle grown men, so at the end of the day, when you're in my personal space and you're up on me to the point where I can reach out and touch you and you won't move or you're coming towards me, oh no, I got to take you down. But
Yeah.
dealing with a child, that's something totally different. Totally different.
It is. You're right about that now, because I don't stop a fight. But what I did was gave it time, and I told the boys, I said, y'all don't hurt me nothing. I'm gonna get this one. Y'all get that one.
Right.
I tell them be careful how they grab. You know what I mean? It pull them apart. I would rather see that. And these girls, you notice in both fight they was girls.
Right.
I mean,
It was definitely no signs of
oh my God.
it was no signs of harm. It looked like it was just spread it out and just broke up at that particular time. That
But
officer
you know
just
what, Miss
wasn't
Williams?
thinking.
This is new to me, the pepper spray thing. I'm gonna have to ask
Mhm.
them about that. Because this is the first time I ever seen pepper spray in high school, period.
Some officers aren't able to, like, if you're not certified, you're not going to have OC spray. I mean, CO spray. You're just not, it's just not something that you can physically get your hands on. Like, you can get it from the store, but the OC spray that officers carry is something totally different. It is potent. It's
Wow.
potent to the point where it could have knocked me to my knees, but I'm trained with it just in case I need to spray an adult. Then if it gets on me, then I'm able to get, have control and say, okay, I got it in my eyes or I got it on my skin and it's burning, but I'm
Ooh.
trained to physically deal with that type of burn. It's a different type of burn. And it can reactivate.
Let me ask you something. If he was gonna use it like that and they young like that, do you think he could have just sprayed it not directly on them?
It's no way around it because you're still gonna feel that heat.
Oh, okay.
Once it's sprayed, you're gonna feel it. Like I did bilateral, from ear to ear. So either way, I was gonna feel that pain in both of my eyes, including my nose, just because of how the burn mechanism, the kickback from it. You're gonna
Uh-huh.
feel it all up in your upper nose. Your nose gonna start to run. Your eyes are bloodshot red. Your face is physically burning.
Wow.
Cold water is the only thing that will help it. But
And didn't nobody help?
if you panic like those children were panicking
Yeah.
and drop you to your knees,
Yeah.
it's going to reactivate and it's going to stay burning. And I mean, it burned worse than you had a hot pepper on your hand and you somehow
Wow.
touch your eye, or it was burning your eyes when you were physically cutting up a habanero pepper. It's worse than that.
And you know he
It
sprayed. I
takes you
think he
down.
gonna get suspended because he sprayed the wrong girl. The girl he sprayed was stopping the fight.
And it very well may happen.
Oh my
Because
God.
again, with that body cam, why you don't have a body cam on? How can you justify it?
And then the person who recorded just in time. We
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
have had nothing.
the other student was trying to say, no, you got the wrong person. You got the
Yeah.
wrong person. So at the end of the day, how you gonna justify that? When you go into something like that, you have to know you got the right person. Even if it's a bystander that's
Wow.
behind you, how are you gonna justify that? That's an
Cause that
automatic
girl
right
said
there.
that they you remember them parents said a student was trying to stop it. She
Yeah,
got sprayed. She going in there helping to stop the thing and she gets sprayed.
yeah.
Y'all don't
He
spray.
he should have
Oh,
gave a warning. If you don't lay down, or if you don't go this way or go that way, then I'm gonna have to do X, Y, and Z. Like, stop. None of that took place. Like, they
so
didn't
he didn't
show that within the
communicate.
video.
Period.
Right. And when you have communication, when your line of communication isn't at 100, anything could physically go left. He did not need to pepper spray. He was not in any physical, like,
Wow.
in harm's way, like, at all. It shouldn't
Wow.
have happened. It shouldn't have happened at
I
all.
agree with you too. But look,
Yeah, it
how's
shouldn't
your
have.
you can you tell us about you the young lady got a new home or something?
I'm sorry.
You have a new home or something?
I do. I moved from VA not long ago. I was back and forth from Georgia to
Mhm.
Virginia for about 2 years, almost 3 years on and off, and I still had my place in Virginia. I was in and out of law enforcement for a while. I was an investigator
Well,
for 13 years.
congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
proud. Oh, I am so. I just been congratulating everybody when I get on here.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Oh my
As a single
God,
mother, I made it shake.
you did it.
I was married for 14 years, got a divorce in 2018.
Uh-huh.
My oldest is 20, my youngest is 10. And I was like, I always thought about just completely just moving and just starting off fresh.
That's,
Got back into law enforcement here
mhm.
back in October, and started working at the prison. Dealt with that. And then, I'm just
Just proud
living.
of
I'm a
you.
general manager at the club. I do run a club
Uh,
also.
That's
And
so
I
smart.
do security on the side whenever they call or whenever they would need me. I'm their to go person in regards to the security part of it. Yeah. So that's
Well,
me wrapped up.
how would you encourage a single woman? You got any kids? You say you
I
got two.
do. I do. I have four. I have three girls and one boy.
Well, that's
My
beautiful.
oldest is 20. I have a 17-year-old that's about to graduate within the on the 23rd, actually. I have a
Really?
15-year-old. I have a 15-year-old and I have a 10-year-old, and I run my household literally by myself. I have full and sole custody of my children. For the first 4 years, I would say the first year and a half was the hardest because they were used to coming from, a two-parent household. They always had
Mhm.
mom and dad.
Mhm.
So for the first year and a half, I took time to just revamp myself, to go on this particular journey. And I did it with my children. So the first year and a half, I was like, okay, this is how we're going to run this house. I was a little iffy about having to leave them. So I took some time off from work. I did 6 months at a time with FMLA, making sure everybody was on the same page, getting my mental right. I know God's not going to put any more on me than what I can handle or bear. And
Mhm.
it was just a part of my journey.
That's beautiful.
After the first year and a half, everything was smooth, and that's when I started focusing on myself and my career more. I'm like, okay, I got that taken care of. Now I can go out and take some flights, do this, do that. And they understood, because I have older children. So it
Okay.
was never an issue or a problem with me being able to mentally and physically take care of myself while also be there for them.
Mhm.
Um, my heart beats,
Beautiful.
I'm their friend, but I'm also their mother. And they know I don't tolerate a lot. They know that they could definitely speak to me about anything. Especially coming back, coming from a military background. It just all
Mhm.
ties together as to how everything is going now in 2023.
That is so
So yeah.
beautiful. You got any kids you said you got in high school. Okay. Yeah.
I have two in high school, yeah. So one graduated, my oldest is Sierra.
Mhm.
Sierra's about to have a baby within the next month or
Mhm.
so. Sierra is 20. She's still in Virginia.
Okay.
My 17-year
Congratulations.
old, thank you. My 17-year-old is about to finish high school
Wow.
this month. And then I have a 15-year-old that's also in high school. She's in the ninth grade. And then I have a fifth
Oh my
grader.
God. You
Yeah.
don't got a new home and everything and everybody growing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, everybody is definitely growing up, loving their
Beautiful.
scenery. I definitely work hard to give them the life that they have. Like, I hear so many single mothers say, how do you do it?
That's
With
right.
everything, the weight on your shoulders. I don't have any type of assistance. It's just me and my children. When I moved to Georgia, none of my family is here in Georgia. I have no one here. So I made, my own family. My kids consist of that particular family. Um,
That's
so at the end of
good.
the day, we just depend on each other.
That's
Um,
good. And your
they don't
focus
hold,
on the kids, it was just
yeah,
on you all and what you need. That is
right.
wonderful.
I had to break it up to where I'm like, okay, I need to mentally get my mind right. Not saying that I was a bad parent. I was just always used to having that father figure in the household to
Okay.
where he did the majority, like, he was basically at home with them because 13 plus years, I was working literally day in and day out. So
Okay.
he was there physically with the kids versus me. I would show up for family trips if anything were to happen at school, or other than that, you will always see their dad. But
Okay.
once I got the full and sole custody and then I moved out of state, it was me and my kids that we focused on each other. We helped each other out tremendously. Brianna and I, we were the first two that was physically here in Georgia before the other two joined us.
Okay.
Last year during the summertime, we went back to Virginia, took a flight, and I just introduced them to like a whole nother level. And I have girls, so it's
That's
like
good.
for me, you don't need a man to make you.
That's right.
You don't have to sit and twirl your thumbs and have to deal with certain things, especially when you're dealing with a narcissist. Like, as to, am I going to be able to make it by myself? Um, I tell anybody, as long as you put God first in your life, He's not going to put more in you than what you can physically bear. Your journey has
That's
already been
right.
written. A lot of people don't know and understand. Yeah, I was married for 14 years, but he wasn't a part of my journey to progress where I'm at now in today's world. And
And guess
that's
what? There,
fine.
it was some, and let everybody know how the balance is. There are some ups and downs. You're gonna go through that. You're gonna, in between that, it's gonna be stressful sometimes.
Mm, well, for me, not so much because I built my team and I built different tools for my tool belt. I went to parenting class to
Listen
deal
to
with
that. Wait a
certain.
minute. Say that again.
I went and took a parenting class. I signed up for parenting class to cope and deal with certain things, especially when dealing with young adults and teenagers. I had to make sure that I knew myself first and then also incorporated that we're going to get through this together. Nothing is wrong with taking a parenting class or going through counseling just to make sure that everyone is on the same playing field. Um, and that also just tied, to what it was that I was attempting to do. Like, look, I gave them a choice. I was building a house in Virginia and I was building a house in Georgia. And I said, Lord, if it's your way, send me to where I need to be.
Hmm.
And I ended up in Georgia. And they knew what physically came with that. And as I stated, I had to get to know me all over again. you know, as their
Wow.
mother, as their friend, as
Oh,
their
wait.
parent.
What you say that
I
again?
had to, yeah, I had to
You had
get
to
to
get to
know
what?
me. I had
That's
to get to
right.
know me all over again.
That's right. And ain't
To
nothing
deal
wrong
with
with that.
stressful situations. I'm not saying that I didn't have a lot of sleepless nights, because to build two houses and also have an apartment to where I had to take care of and physically take care of four kids without a support system. Their
Mhm.
father didn't send me a check in the mail. He refused. He was like, I refuse to give you the same lifestyle that you lived for 14 years, and I refuse to give you what you're asking for, to live that same lifestyle. So I said, okay, we can settle this out of court. I literally settled out of court. And I told the judge, I want nothing. I want absolutely nothing. Just give me my last name, because my children have the same last name as I hold. And if he pay, he pay. If he don't, he don't. It's no skin off of my back, because that's something that he's going to have to answer for. I don't have time to take a 48-year-old man back and forth to court to take care of your responsibility. Two kids that he adopted and two that we planned to have together. And we was together for so long. If that's the path that you choose to go on, then that's you. But for me, big God don't play about me.
That's right.
Big God don't play about me at all. So I am definitely well off, especially when he thought that he drained a bank account that was going to physically hurt me.
Mhm.
I made, 70 some $1,000s a year. That wasn't all my money. Like, you thought you was going to break me because of that. It
Mhm.
hurt for a while, but
Mhm.
2023, look at me. I'm still standing. I'm still
I'm
strong.
so proud of you as a black woman. Just struggling,
Absolutely.
pulling hard as a woman, period. Just
Yeah.
you in a better place, and it's comfortable. You can
Yeah.
breathe. You can say, "Phew."
My headspace is better.
Oh my God.
I don't have to be uptight. I'm not with the drama. I'm not with the BS.
Yeah.
I am so thankful. Great, like you name it. I'm just, all
I'm so
praises
proud
to
of
the
you.
man upstairs, because I'm telling you, like, the new leaf that I've turned over is it's a breath of fresh air.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I'm good, and I don't lose any sleep at night and say why.
That's
Why is this happening to me, or why did this happen to me? Why not?
praise God.
Why
That's
not let it
good.
happen to me? Because it's only making me stronger through it all.
That's
And
right.
everything that I've done is me, my kids, and the man upstairs. When it was time for us to take a king bed upstairs, and my youngest was like, Mommy, I think we need to call a man. And I looked at her and I said, call a man for what? Oh, we're gonna get this king bed upstairs. We're gonna get it over the banister. Everything else we had physically started from the bottom and got everything else delivered, but all the way from the bar stools and the chairs, and we put
Yeah.
everything together. We put everything in the home to get together physically, like with
That's
tools. I was like, Mommy got a toolbox. Come on, let's get it. And I heard Jada speak to one of her friends one night during the moving process. It was like, your mom not gonna hire nobody? Like, I can. Like, my job had, they wanted to hire people to move me from Virginia to Georgia, all the way to putting my stuff on the truck. And I said, no, I don't want none of it. Like, I'm gonna start all over again. I don't need nobody to move me. I don't need nobody to
that's
move my
right.
boxes. Like, I got this. They said, you sure? I was like, I got it. And I had it. Yeah, I
That's
did it.
good.
Yeah,
That's
I remember putting all my stuff in the
wow.
garage, and day by day, we were moving stuff upstairs, downstairs, and we made our home a home, and we did it together.
Girl, you could have saw me one day. I was throwing the sofa away in the living room. I did it all by myself. It was hard.
Absolutely, we
I
don't
said,
need
shoot,
no.
I can't depend on nobody. I said, I get it out. I get it out.
The shrink, the God Himself.
It
We
was
got this.
hard, but I got
He
it out
makes
there
no
to the
mistakes.
street.
He absolutely makes no
Mhm. I'm
mistakes
proud of
at
you.
all. Thank you. I'm
I am
definitely
so,
in a
and now you
good.
got a new job, and
I do. Yeah,
you like your job. You like
I
it.
do. It's some ups and downs with anything. But
There you
in
go.
corrections, it's different,
Mhm.
but it pays the bills. It helps me with my kids. I have a work-life balance. I go in at 7:30 to 3:30. I don't work weekends.
Wow, you
So
got
I
an
mean,
hour. Wait, hold up,
yeah,
hold up.
I can't
What kind
ask
of?
for anything.
Wait a minute. What kind of job work you do?
I'm
If
a
you ask.
CO. No, you're fine. A lot of people don't know that I'm a CO. I stay out of uniform a lot, but yeah, I stay out the way. but that's what I do.
Wow. And you got hours like that?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I had to go through
Ooh,
5 weeks
girl,
of
that's a
training when you go.
blessing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at home in the evening times. I'm able to, cook with my kids and fix dinner and go to the grocery store with them, doing, fun things. I'm never home. Sometimes I'm like, why do I have this big house again? Like, I'm literally never home. I'm either running, like right now, I'm literally running a club right now. So it's like I'm split in between. I cut ADT on, they're safe and sound, getting ready for school tomorrow. Everybody has their they know exactly what it is that they need to do. They know if mommy isn't up by a certain time, which I'm always up at least by 5, sometimes 4:30. If they know they don't see me downstairs by that time, they're in a routine. They know exactly what it is that they're needing to do, how they need to do it.
You
My
know
house
what?
really
And that's
runs
their
smooth.
house.
Yeah, it's
It's
theirs.
their own
It's
home.
theirs. Yeah, it's definitely
Oh
theirs.
man. You know what? That's a blessing.
I don't want to leave my kids' shoes. If you see when I was moving from Virginia to Georgia, my dad was like, just don't buy no more shoes. Because I have shoes and purse galore, like literally on the U-Haul. Like I had nothing but like shoes and clothes, literally.
What?
Everything else I bought. So to me, like my whole walk-in closet, that was I just don't want to leave my kids with bills and shoes and unexpected expenses. I want them to be able to be young adults, God forbid if something were to happen to me, and live. A lot of people can't say that, like, darn, I've lived all my life and what do I have to show for it? Well, it takes you some time to get there, but it can be done. I'm just 40. And I'm on my third house.
That's good.
So at the end of the day, you can definitely do it. It's nothing that you can't do as long as you put God first. Anything can be done for
And you
sure.
happy. And you happy. Y'all happy now.
I'm definitely happy. I started, dating again and putting
Oh,
myself out there.
shut up.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely a
Okay
story
now.
to tell. It's definitely a story to tell for sure.
I'm going, you know what I said? I promised myself I'm about to start getting out this house. I can't find nobody.
Absolutely.
I can't find
For
nobody in the house.
Well, you know what? I wasn't looking for anyone. For 2 years, to me, it was me getting to know myself. I take myself to the movies. I take myself on a date.
Yeah,
I get all dressed up and take myself out.
I
I
said
put
that.
myself on a flight. Yeah. So when you used to see me 2 years ago, like I was literally dating myself, getting to know me to better myself for the next person. Because, somebody else throw you away, somebody else will pick you up, and you're their treasure, you're their queen, you're their everything. And then the other, oh, well, I want you back. Well, no, thank you. I'm fine. I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want to do this. I don't want to
Yeah.
do that. So, he just chased me a little while and just made it clear that this is what they wanted and just basically went from there. I'm just peaceful. I
Oh,
don't have
so
any
you
drama
dating. Okay.
or no BS or no in between stuff. I don't do any drama or anything like that. Like
Good.
I'm still at peace,
That's
I'm
great.
literally, yeah, go and follow, you follow me. Definitely take a look at my page and you can see a little
Okay, what's
glimpse
the name of your
of my
page?
life. It's under Shalita. It's CHALETTA Williams, WILLIAMS. Definitely follow me around and I give little glimpse of my life, like, here and there. Little surprises.
So anybody here, if somebody wanted you live now, can you tell them where you want them to follow you at?
I have Instagram. It's Miss MZ Baby Girl BABY Girl 36. That's my Instagram. My Facebook is you can look it up as Tanya Sutton or Shalita Williams. I just keep a low profile when it comes down to my
Okay, can you say the name when
Facebook.
everybody can hear you?
Yeah, it's Miss MZ BABY 36. That's my IG.
All right. Okay, and your Facebook is
It's Shalita Williams. It comes
Shalita Williams.
Shalita CHALETTA WILLIAMS.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, that's me.
Do you have a
Yeah, I'm in.
TikTok, ma'am? Missy,
I
what
do have a
can I call you?
TikTok.
Can I call your
Um,
name? What name you
My
want me?
TikTok is also Miss Baby Girl, so I'm definitely on TikTok too. I'm your TikTok friend. You can definitely follow
Oh,
me
you
on
know
TikTok
me?
too.
You
Yeah,
know me?
I have you as my TikTok friend.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Online. Yes, ma'am. You're a cougar mommy. I think I did a duet with
Yes,
you
Cougar
last
Mama.
year.
Yes, Cougar Mama Lanita, baby.
Yeah, last year I think I did a duet. That's when I was in Florida. That's when I was doing a lot of traveling, and I think I did a couple of duets with you on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow. It's
I'm
nice
there.
meeting you, and I'm so proud.
You
You know
too.
you got to go to work, but
I do. I'm actually outside the club right now as we speak.
what? You at a club?
I am. You know, I am also a general manager of a club.
It's what kind of club is it?
It's a nightclub
It's a nightclub. Where
right
everybody
here
at?
in Macon, Georgia. Yeah.
Where
I am
everybody
having
at?
I'm having a grown and sexy night. Atlanta is coming to Macon on Saturday at 10 p.m. I will be having live performances at the club on Saturday. Yeah, definitely pull up. Anybody that wants to come, I'll be
That's
at the Triple
amazing.
Crown. Yeah,
Oh, so that's in Macon?
it is. It's in Macon, Georgia. It's on
Oh,
Shirlington
okay.
Drive.
Oh, Chad.
It's a lot going on in my life. I know.
Macon is nice. I love Macon.
I live on the quieter side. A lot of people say, "Oh, East Macon, this, that, the other, third." I never had any issues. Like I live in a well-built, quiet, like neighborhood in Macon. It's literally nothing there. I have good neighbors. We always get together every now and again, and we either go on the river or we take the boat out, we take the kids out, we go down to the beach. It's a lot of things that we physically do. I stay out the way, but they know I'm not the 1, the 2, or the 3 to mess with. But I literally have some good people. And plus the way that my house is, I'm not in like a cul-de-sac or anything like that. My house is literally on a hill. I'm out the way. So it's like it's my peace. You know, when I was down in Jonesboro in Georgia, that's like fast paced, something always going on, didn't have a backyard. It was like a lot, because I was 20 minutes, not even quite 20 minutes downtown from Atlanta. So I was always literally getting up from work and going out. But my home here, it's so quiet. You can just hear birds chirping. Yeah, I love my peace. When I lay down at night, I'm not hearing gunshots. I'm not hearing sirens. I live right down the street from the police station. So it just makes sense to me.
Yes.
And it's the best peace ever.
Yes. I love my little piece of house, honey.
Yes,
I told them, I said, y'all, it been peace ever since I've been here. 22 years. I could go to the store with the window up. Ain't nobody climbing up in there.
Yeah, and they see me in uniform out there from time to time, so they already know I ain't one of those to play with. Don't come bring this to my doorstep. I never had any issues anyways. No package missing, no nothing. Yeah.
Well, it was nice. Is it anything else you would like to share to these young girls?
When you feel that life throws you a couple of bad apples, just don't fall down by the wayside. It's like, I can't take it anymore, or why me?
Thank you, Jesus.
Why not you? Pick your shit, I'm sorry.
Don't give up. That's my favorite word.
Definitely don't give up.
Give up.
I took "can't" out my vocabulary.
That's
and when
right.
I took "can't" out my vocabulary, everything just fell into place. I prayed and cried so many nights to where I felt that my knees were sore. And everything just fell into place. I never had any enemies, but you're always gonna have haters. You're always gonna have those people. Take them away from me, whether it's cousin, sister, brother, mother, whoever is no good for me in my life and on my journey right now, for me to backslide to where I came from. Take me away from it. Put me in a better place. Put me in a better position. And when you pray a prayer like that, it's so powerful and so demanding to where you can touch it. It's from your head to your feet, to where some days I just didn't want to get out of bed. He was like, "No, my child, you're going to do X, Y, and Z." Like he walked, he carried me. no sleep, catching flights back and forth, city to city, state to state. He took care of me. And I remember those days when I had not one car, but two, and I had to fly to Virginia and come back with one car and then go back and do it all over again. And my daddy was like, you need rest. Sometimes I would only get 2 or 3 hours, but guess what? I'm still here.
That's right.
It's a powerful prayer. So my motivation to anyone, never give up.
I've been saying that on every one of my content. So I'm gonna get up. Don't give up.
Always put God first. Always, always, always put God first.
Well,
He'll never
sweetie,
share you. He'll never leave you.
you know what? It's so good. I will be following you.
It was nice talking to you.
Yes, I miss you.
Yeah, definitely follow me. You have my information, and anytime that you wanna, do another interview, definitely let me know. I am definitely here for it.
I might get at the club. Get one day. I probably.
Yeah, come to the club. Pull up to the club.
No, I ain't coming with them. I'm telling you, I probably get an interview one day.
Well, let me know if you want. I have an office. You can definitely pull up there anytime. Just let me know.
Okay.
All righty. Well, it was nice talking to you. You have a good night and be safe.
Okay, you too.
Right,
Thanks
darling.
for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right, baby.
All right.
Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. This is your girl, the real deal, Anita Gill. I got other things planned for y'all. Appreciate everybody watching. Y'all be safe out there. And I'll see y'all in the morning at 5:10. Okay? I love y'all. Peace.